All right. Well, let's get over to PlayStation stuff. So I just saw recently, and I love it when they do this. PlayStation released the 2021 stats for your PlayStation. So, like the hours you played, the game you most played, stuff like that. And they put up a wrap up PlayStation.com link, and I went to it today, and the site is down. Woo woo!
Oh no!
I don't know why it's down.
That sucks because it's just like if it's it kind of reminds me of the feeling when like Apple Music puts out their Wrapped like 3 weeks after everyone had their fun with Spotify, and it's just like, oh, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I've had my Spotify Wrapped, the personal Spotify and our podcast Spotify Wrapped, which was fun to see. And I've had a Nintendo Wrapped, and that was a good time to check to see how much Nintendo. Xbox doesn't do one of those, do they?
They don't. They kind of did it with the Xbox Museum thing this year for their 20th anniversary, which is funny. I was actually just checking that out today because I was like, oh, I never did this. I never looked at like all the games that I played and I skipped. They sneak in your personal Xbox achievements and shit within like the history of Xbox generally. So like it was like not fun for me because I was like, my account was connected to my Xbox One, not like, my first Xbox I ever got. So I was like, I don't care about this. So I just jumped to my shit and was like, oh, I play a lot of Apex Legends. I'm embarrassed.
I'm not surprised.
It was the top game 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
For good reason.
I'm sure. Yeah, for good reason. I was a little embarrassed. But yeah, no, they don't really do like a whole big, and I don't know. I don't care. I feel like the music and stuff is fun, but like the games, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe there's like some stigma that I'm like holding on to. I'm just like, fuck, I play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Don't want to be reminded how much time I've sat in my fucking gamer chair.
I used to be like that, but at this point, I have to admit that it's a part of me. I mean, I literally do a gaming podcast. I can look back at this wall full of physical media like it's a part of me. I've just embraced it at this point. But what's cool about these directs coming in subsequent years, like this year when I looked in the Nintendo Direct, is it showed last year's data compared with this year's data. So 2020, basically, I take all my 2020 Nintendo numbers and cut them in half. That was my 2021. Between the less amount of free time, because, everybody's kind of going back to work and getting in the flow of things, and getting a PS5 and then eventually Game Pass, other things and then other gaming systems just sliced all of my Nintendo playing in half. It was insane.
Oh.
It was literally like, if you did this for 100 hours in 2020 or 2020, you did it for 50 in 2021. It was that exact. I was like, wow, okay.
Damn.
Fair. Good to know. But yeah, I'm going to leave that link up in the show notes too in case it starts working and people want to check it out.